Hey, welcome again to another episode of People Like Us. My name is Brett Jolly. Toni love Trower, and we do this thing basically to help bring the world closer together, and change the world one voice at a time. Today, we have someone who is my hero, and I say that because of the fact that when I grew up, when I first started playing music, the only thing that was really worth playing was the music of the Ohio Players. And this guy here was phenomenal. My brother, who's a great keyboard player, also was just totally in love with the fact that we were getting ready to do this guy. And you guys, if you know anything about the Ohio Players, this guy is like absolutely phenomenal. I want you guys to give a silent hand for Billy Beck.
How are you?
Hey, Billy, how you doing, man?
Great, man. Great.
You look great. It seems absolutely fantastic. Uh, I want you to tell me what, I mean, of course, we know what the success the group has had, but you guys are
Mhm.
still going,
The group is still performing. Uh,
right?
I'm still doing my individual writing for other artists
Really?
as well as other groups. And this what I do every day.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So that means there's no rest for you.
There's no stopping, no.
Ah!
I love it, man. I love it.
Well, you're one of the icons in terms of keyboards and everything else. I want to know, how was your experience with the things that you've done, and including the Ohio Players?
Wow. Well,
How would you describe it?
yeah,
And the goods and the bad now.
yeah. Well,
Whatever you
right.
can do.
I mean, most of it was good. Most of it was good.
Okay.
They knew that I was a fan, first of all, when I first got with them.
Right.
I got with them in 1973 after Walter Junie Morrison, the original keyboard player who did Pain, Pleasure, and Ecstasy,
Mm-hmm.
left the group to start his own solo career.
Okay.
And they had a few auditions, um, which I heard about. And when I talked to Satch, the leader, he wanted to fly me down there. I had never been on a plane, so I was like, hell no.
How was that experience?
So I had some of my high school buddies drove me down to Dayton from Youngstown, Ohio.
Right.
And by the time we got there, about maybe 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and knocked on the Satch's door, and he let us in. Then he came downstairs and brought some money so they could get back to Youngstown for gas money and stuff.
Gotcha.
And then about 7 o'clock, the Ohio Players tour bus pulled up outside, and I got on it.
Oh,
I didn't have any rehearsals with them.
really?
Our first show was in Louisville, Kentucky, at an amphitheater, and we opened up for Al Green.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, 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 yeah. How was
But
that?
I was a fan, and every time they had come to Youngstown, I was in the opening band. Three different opening bands, but always me.
Really? Oh, wow, wow, wow. That's incredible. That's incredible. Well, I saw something recently on Al Green. I hadn't seen him in years. I don't know if
Hmm.
you've seen him recently, but Al Green kind of, he kind of blew up a little bit. Well, I mean, he's a little, he's a little bigger than what he was,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
but he can still sing though.
Yeah, you can still go.
Man, that cat was an absolutely great, phenomenal vocalist. Oh. Yeah, yeah, it's all a good thing. So, can you explain how touring was at that time? Like, because I know things are probably a little bit
Um,
different now. How?
okay, back then,
Yeah.
we were on what's called a Chitlin circuit.
Okay, okay. Please explain that one. For those of us who don't
Okay,
know.
Chitlin circuit. That is for groups that have maybe some charted singles,
Right.
uh, or had one maybe song in the top 10,
Really?
and you get to open up with groups that have had hits already.
Right.
Okay.
Bigger, I guess,
So
like bigger in terms of stars or something like that, or what?
yeah, they call it the Chitlin circuit for a reason, because your money level only goes to a certain level. Okay,
Okay.
you don't get to the steak level on the Chitlin circuit.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Man.
So you said when you started out, that's what you guys did. You guys basically the Chitlin circuit.
Yeah, we would go out. Oh my God, every weekend. Sometimes 4 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
We do a show a night and go to another venue, another city, or maybe another state.
Wow.
And back then, we would do clubs, mainly clubs.
Gotcha.
Okay. And in the clubs, in order to get your money, you had to do 4 sets.
Really?
Oh, yeah. 4 sets, sometimes 5.
The first person that I went on tour with was a lady by the name of Jean Carn.
Mm-hmm.
We did two sets a night, but I would get in. We would get in about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then but it wasn't 4 sets. But we'd have to wake up 5 o'clock to catch a plane to the next city, and it was like that was wearing me out.
Oh, well, see, you you didn't come at the level I did. You said plane. I said bus. So things had changed favorably. Thank you for in your behalf, my brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So I know at some point you had to go and take planes now. So how are you with planes and now?
Okay, yeah. The first time, well, we went to the studio in November, I want to say November of 1973.
Gotcha.
And we were playing at a club called the Red Pepper Lounge in Buffalo, New York. And we were playing there, doing 4 sets a night. Finish there, get back to the hotel, and catching the first thing out, going to Chicago.
Gotcha.
Get to Chicago, check into the hotel, and go to the studio. Now, I eat a little breakfast and go straight to the studio, be in the studio all day recording.
Wow.
And record until it's time to go back to the hotel, get your clothes, and head back to the airport to go back to Buffalo to do the 4 sets. We did that every night for about 4 or 5 weeks.
Wow.
And when we finished, we had skin tight.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, listen. Did you write Skin Tight?
Yeah. Well, I'm the reason why the whole Ohio Players sound changed. Because I not only was I gifted, but I also had gone to Youngstown State University Dana School of Music.
Wow. Okay.
And I had gone at a younger age because I was that ahead of stuff. And I mean, I was a freshman in Dana, working at a senior's level.
Really?
In theory and composition and all that stuff. So
that song, especially starting out, was like probably be like one of the biggest hits. It's kind of funny because we played last night. We actually did the song last night. Somebody requested it last night.
Is that right?
I got on the microphone and I said, you know what? I said, tomorrow morning, I'm going to interview the guy that wrote the song.
Yeah, that's right.
Was like, wow.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but this is interesting because besides the Ohio Players, you did stuff with other people.
Yeah.
Can you tell us some of the things
with Roger Troutman and Zach and Shirley Murdoch?
As We Lay.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, I wrote that too.
Wow.
Man, really?
The biggest one that got away from me was when the Ohio Players were trying to audition for, there was a movie called The Greatest, Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
Okay, and that was back in the 70s. And we were trying to audition to do some tracks on the movie score.
Right.
And we got there, our equipment got hung up at the airport somehow. So the Mike Masner, the producer on the session, he was just going to like, cancel the whole thing, tell us go back to the airport and all that. So Satch comes up and says, Beck, can you play a little something on the piano just to, kill some time? So I started doodling around on this little thing, and then I'm doodling around. Okay, all the guys are walking around in the control room and in the studio. All of a sudden, I'm looking around. There's nobody else walking around in the studio. The guy comes up, lifts up the top to the grand piano, puts a microphone over it. Okay,
Wow.
And next thing I know, I'm recording. Wow. The music was "To the Greatest Love of All."
Oh yeah. George Benson.
We were just talking about that.
Just talking about that too.
Yes.
It's a great film.
That's my music. Yes.
It was your music.
Yes.
Okay. This is real interesting. Did they give you the credit for that, or did they? Because I know they stole from people in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Back during those days, yeah. They stole it from me, basically. Mike Masner and whomever he gave the music to write the lyrics to.
Yeah, Linda Creed.
He claimed it was his music, and it wasn't. It was mine.
Wow.
Yeah. But later on, as he got a little sicker, he's dead now.
Oh, is he? Okay, gotcha.
I got a little sicker, and I got a 1% check.
Really? And that's it?
1%.
Wow.
Man, that is incredible.
I have a question, because it's so like, do you write any of the words, or do you mainly write the music and then other people come back and write the words to the songs that you've written for others?
I do a combination.
Okay.
I do a combination. The whole As We Lay thing was actually a story about, who was I married to? See, I'm on my 5th marriage.
It could probably be a couple people.
but you know what? This one marriage, my current marriage, has lasted for 26 years.
Oh,
wow. Man, that's beautiful.
More than all the rest of them combined.
Oh,
man, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful.
Yeah. But during that time, I was working at the studio, and I didn't come home one night after the studio session. I went over to this girl's house, and my wife came looking for me, and I almost got busted. And that whole storyline came from the words that "it's morning,
right.
Step the night away." I woke up, was like, "Oh shoot, I ain't home. Where am I?"
Oh man.
That's why the song's so good.
Yeah, it is.
Because it came from a person.
A real life experience, right?
That's why it's so good.
Yeah. It's a great tune. Yeah, when I was with Gene Carn, we were actually on a program with Shirley Murdoch, who actually did that song.
Yeah.
And when she did that, I was like, I said, man, that's a really great tune. I had no idea the connection between that song and you. I wish I had known.
Yeah.
Okay, so that being the case,
but all the music, I did all the music here.
Okay, so then you should be getting credit for a lot of the stuff that's out there. Why have you, in your opinion, why have you not? Is there something that needs to be known there, or for other people?
Yeah. In fact, your good friend and my good friend Deborah, we were just actually talking about that, about making more awareness to actually all that I've done. And how many people have sampled stuff that I've done.
Yes.
Not just the Ohio Players, but Roger Troutman, Zapp. I've written for all those entities.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that.
Excuse me, and Slave.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
What? Okay. What?
Oh God. It's an album we recorded in Atlanta. I did it. I actually, during hiatus days, when Ohio Players weren't touring, I would be in the studio with writing with other groups, and this particular time I went to Japan and went to Canada with Slade. And after we came back from Canada, they said, "Hey, we got to have you in the studio." So I did. I don't remember the name of the album. It's been way too long ago, but that was back in I want to say, late 80s, early 90s.
Really?
Oh, and then my biggest accomplishment, the one which got me my Grammy Award in 1994, was writing a song for Pop Staples,
Really?
of the Staple Singers.
Yeah, Pop State, right, exactly.
Okay. He had a solo album was called Father, Father.
Really?
And the title tune I wrote.
Wow.
Wow, man. That is really, really great. So you've been basically, you haven't been stifled at all.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. Hey, I'm true to this, man. I love this thing called music. I'm so true to this.
Well,
I live it. I breathe it. It wakes me up at night. I get up at night, go downstairs to the studio, put stuff down, then go back to sleep. I dream it.
Oh, I love it.
and
And it shows, and it shows. I'm wondering, what artists are you working with now? Because you said you're writing.
Well, I'm
You know?
it's a one artist. It's a couple of unknown artists. I'm working with some female artists.
Okay.
Okay. And this girl she's really talented. She has all of Shirley Murdoch's chops, but she has about twice the range.
whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Be pretty serious.
you have to
Yeah.
keep us
Both of
updated.
that one.
I most certainly will. I most certainly will.
Yeah, we
And I'm also working on some new stuff for the Ohio Players as well.
Oh, snap.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Beautiful,
A
man.
sneak peek right here for the Ohio Players.
Listen,
Upcoming music.
I want to tell the people, my brother who's a great keyboard player. I mean, he's Bill Jolly.
Yeah.
He of course we all learned from the stuff that you did. Seeing you on television, and being amazed, I was like I said, man, the guys were great. Don't get me wrong, they were fantastic, but you stood out, and that includes, of course, Sugarfoot. He was probably one who probably got the most recognition,
Right.
but not in my eyes. Not in my eyes, you were the guy. You absolutely got. So
Yeah, I was the music guy.
and people should know that, and hopefully from this interview they will know that as well. I'm hoping so. Of course, there's with several people there's a dark side to music a lot of times as well. And I know because I've been in it.
Right.
I'm sure you've experienced something like that. In terms of, I guess things that don't relate to music but affect your music to some degree.
Yeah.
Can you expand on that on any?
Well, yeah. There's been times. Oh my goodness. I'll say that my love for music and my loyalty to music has probably been responsible, I say, for at least 2 to 3 divorces of my 4 previous marriages.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Explain.
Yeah, because I wasn't at home a lot.
Okay.
Okay, I got
When I was touring, when I wasn't touring, I was in the studio. When I wasn't in the studio, I was touring.
Mm-hmm.
And not being at home, some women just can't take that.
Yeah, I can understand that. Being the only lady here, I could definitely understand how that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, have you ever dated any other musicians or singers that?
Yeah. For a very short time, very short time. This had to be like 1974. Myself and Shaka Khan.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
I'm sure. Was she okay with your schedule? Did she understand it?
Yeah, we were on the same show, on the same, she was opening up for us.
Wow.
Well, that
was Rufus featuring Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
If you're touring together, you're spending time together, so that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I gave her my number. She was married, of course, and I was married, of course. Yeah. Hell, we didn't care.
I love it.
She came to Dayton, and I went to the hotel, picked her up, brought her to my house, and introduced her to everybody. Of course, the neighborhood found out about it, and my home was swamped.
Oh my goodness.
And everybody loved them some Shaka Khan. And
She's-
I know, we,
she's
you
a
know,
good-
we
I bet-
every time, still to this day, when we see each other, um, we would just run up and just hug each other because from all the good times we've shared and stuff together.
Yeah, she's a good lady. She's a
And oh, so much talent in that throat.
Kidding?
yeah, man. She would just hit stuff that was like incredible.
Yes.
I feel like she was a vocal genius.
Yeah.
Really,
Her range just used to blow me away.
Wow. Yeah.
And then she would tell me that my musical changes and my passing chords used to blow her away.
I can believe that. I mean, this is so gifted. It is really amazing. I'd like to know.
Yeah.
What for people coming up now, because we all know of the younger generation. We know how things have changed from then to here.
Right.
Now, of course, I don't know about you, but from our end, a lot of the younger people, they think they know it all, and some of them don't want to listen to us. What do
Yes, I find the same thing is true. There are some people when they ask for advice, and I give it to them.
Right.
There are some that do actually listen.
Gotcha.
There's this video on Facebook where there was this kid from Akron, Ohio. His name is Kofi, Kofi, and we did a video with him. We did Fire, and he's really fantastic. How I discovered not really discovered him, but found out about him is I have a local band here called the Beck Ward Project.
Really? Okay.
And I did a CD on them about, oh God, 5, 6, 7 years ago now, and it's still really just being discovered. Anyways, I'll give you more information on that later. Okay, but anyways, we were the Beck Ward Project was playing up in Akron, and this kid, we're playing all electronic instruments, and there's this baby Grant on stage. He comes up and says, "Man, can I sit in with you?" I'm like, I'll always give someone a chance.
Right.
If you got enough balls to come up on stage while we're playing, okay, you must be able to play, or else you're going to embarrass the hell out yourself. So I gave him a shot, and man, he played out of that grand piano.
Really?
Out of that baby grand, yeah. And his name is Kofi. He's pretty good.
Young guy, right?
Yeah, young guy. Keep your eyes up on him.
Okay, absolutely.
We gotta listen out for him.
I do have a question. A lot of people would probably want to pick your brain. Any people that are like Kofi that are coming up that want to be musicians or want to be singers or want to get into the industry. From your perspective, what advice would you give some young folks or maybe some older people that had to sit it out a little bit and are trying to get back?
First of all, my thing about this is I live it. I love it. Okay. You have to have a very special burning desire for this in order to endure all that you're going to have to go through as time goes by. Okay. In order to survive it.
Right.
And you have to be serious about it. You have to be serious about it. It's all a lot of fun while you're on stage, but then there's the business part of it. Is making sure you get paid from it, making sure you get your percentages right, making sure your flights, your hotel rooms, all that stuff's taken care of. Dealing with promoters, dealing with contracts. It's a lot to learn besides just the music part. So I mean, it's really
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And it's really you have to involve yourself in educating yourself on all fronts.
Wow. So they need to know more than just music.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, in the past they had like the record companies to do a lot of that stuff, but now there's the record companies are just like not even record companies
No.
anymore.
Well, you know what? That's because they would do a lot of that stuff, but then they were getting over like fat rats, okay?
Yeah.
They was raping and pillaging us poor musicians.
Kind of serves them right that a lot of that because of the internet and social media, a lot of people were able to do that stuff. There's a lot of the stuff they're on their own
Yeah, yeah,
to be
yeah,
signed.
yeah. That's one good thing, and that's one good thing about it. And the record companies at first hated it because it left them with not knowing what to do, but then also it freed them up from the responsibility of actually having to take care of and manage an artist's career.
Yeah, I understand.
That's left up to the artist now.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I got you. Wow, this has been really, really good.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's like my hero to a great degree. I mean, really, and I hope it doesn't make you uncomfortable. But
No, no.
listen, man, you are the guy as far as I'm concerned. And the stuff you've done, and now knowing that you've done this so much more than just the Ohio players, it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
If people want to get in contact with you, how do they do so, or how do they reach you?
Well, I can give you my email address.
Okay.
It's the easiest way.
Okay.
Okay, and it's Billy Billy 44483 at gmail.com.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. And
We'll put it on the screen. And
Okay. And as far as you, man, you can call me anytime.
I appreciate it, man. Listen. Don't tell me that.
You can, man.
Yeah. That's really great. Listen, we really appreciate this. We also want to thank Deborah.
yes.
I know she's somewhere around. I think she's
Yeah,
somewhere
she's
around.
somewhere around.
Yeah, she's a great talent, and she is a beautiful person. And
Yes,
we're
she is.
doing a great show with her, and coming up. So I wish we could bring you out, but I know you're going someplace else.
Yeah, you guys are performing the same night we are. We're going to be in. You guys are going to be in where?
In Philly.
In Philly. Okay, and then we're going to be in Las Vegas.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, really warm right there.
Okay, I can fit
Yeah.
it in the suitcase, maybe if you don't tighten it too tight.
You need a roadie.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah. We can do that. It's all
Hey,
good.
look. When it's all over, we're all coming home to this cold weather. Okay.
Okay, all right. Listen, we want to thank you so much. This has been like really, really good. We may have to do parts 3 and 4 of this. You understand that?
No problem. No
I
problem.
appreciate that because people love to hear from you.
Yeah.
I always, in ending, always give the last word, of course, first to her. You got anything you want to say, babe?
Well, I just want to let everybody know if they love this interview, if you want to see more interviews, if you can check out our YouTube channel, Jolly T Multimedia. You can check out Billy and his interview and future interviews. And please like, subscribe, and share.
There you go. And
Okay.
of course, Billy, we leave the last word to you.
I'm going to do like Don Cornelius said, joy and soul.
Hey, listen, man. Thank you so much. This is Red Jolly for people like us. We want to thank you all for a great program. We want to thank Billy Beck. And we will see you next time.
Peace, brother.